Okay
I'm fine
then.
with that.
Continue then. Vivian, when you and Maxim come back, there's a small semicircle of several people standing around someone who's sitting on one of them.
Oh, cool. On the way back, I will just flick through the various people needing to know about what's going on and tell them, oh, yeah, meeting tomorrow, King's Place. I mean, Prince's Place.
Uh-huh. Do you inform anyone that isn't on the Primogen Council?
I mean, Maxim is already there. He knows what's going on. Who else would need to know?
Should Jackler come instead of
You
his
are
Primogen?
kind of, essentially right now, you are in position to decide who is important enough to attend.
Why on earth would I invite Jackalore?
He's the local expert.
Leonard would probably tell him, but yes.
I will be completely honest, he is the local expert, so I would tell him that there's a meeting going on tomorrow. Involves werewolves.
Okay, whoever is driving you, Jackalord tells you that someone's yelling into their mind about a Primogen meeting about werewolves tomorrow, and the neonates are like, wait, are werewolves real?
The more you know, shooting star.
Oh boy, that scene right there is hilarious to me. So, somebody just spoke in my mind. Apparently, Primogen Council meeting tomorrow involving werewolves. You're invited? What are werewolves? Wait, what? People speak in minds? Wait, from where? Oh boy. There's a little freaky scene for you to deal with, Jack. Alright.
Yes,
So yeah,
werewolves are real.
I suppose I'll go over and check out what's going down.
Okay. Apparently people are very carefully, very respectfully taking turns to just tell Thorbrand things that he might find useful. Oh wait, yeah, that's right, it's been 6 months since he was here last, it's about time!
Wait, he visited on the downtimes?
Yeah, I told you he would show up like once every year, maybe a little more often, but not by much. Just making sure that nothing is gonna explode in his face.
Oh, cool. Thorbrand's around.
Yeah, there's a certain amount of don't show him you're afraid.
I think Vivian's just gonna go over. Hey, Thorbrand.
Just
what?
Nods at you.
Is there anything you want to come over here to check out today? Any information in particular?
Anything important happening about?
Let's see. I mean, important events to degrees, sure. There's going to be a Primogen meeting tomorrow. Discussion about, the werewolves. Besides that,
Very well, I will
anything
attend.
else I know about?
Where is this meeting?
The King's Place. The Prince's Place. Jeez, I've been playing way too much strategy games lately. Shit.
He stands up. Very well then. Can talk tomorrow, I suppose.
Okay. Is there anything else I should know about danger-wise or anything like that?
I'm not aware of any threats.
Oh no, that was to you, the ST, not
Ah,
Thorbrand.
threat-wise, changelings rolled through town not too long ago. Apparently they missed Melneberg. Must have had someone with some soothsay with them or something.
Changelings are going around these days. Other than that, I don't think there's anything in particular.
Thorbrand sort of leans in a little bit closer. Where?
I mean, they just kind of rolled through. Apparently, you know, they probably missed your spot, but other than that, just things around.
Does he have a taste for their blood?
If they
Good,
show
who
up
knows?
again, I might be willing to trade for.
Okay.
He heads out.
All right. Well, have a good night.
He ignores you.
That, my friends, is a man that truly doesn't give a fuck.
No, he gives a lot of fucks. You just need to know how to twist it.
I mean, a trivial boon from Thorbrand is like you point at an ancilla of your choice and you know they're dead. No,
well.
Thorbrand like sucking on a she and getting high. That's what Thorbrand likes.
Yep. He's got a taste for their blood.
Impossible to come up with something along those. We'll see how things turn out.
Uh-huh. Okay, so Thorbrand and Jackalor. As far as badasses that might be useful to involve in the war effort, Mitchell and Maxim are the ones that matter, and Mitchell's the only one. You can tell him.
Michelle.
Uh,
I don't think I would particularly talk to Michelle on this. I don't know him for anything particular.
You would know that he essentially wrecked face in Houston.
Really, wrecked freight? That's not quite the same as what I'm looking for, though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to encourage a war party.
That's certainly legit.
I'm just trying to involve anyone who would, be useful in this matter.
Pamela knows a thing or two about a thing or two, and she has had personal experience with it.
But we already invited one occult expert.
Okay. Perfectly fine.
Why not both?
I mean, certainly, maybe for later, but this is just, initial meeting. So,
There is.
I think we got everyone we need.
There is the premier librarian, who is also a very knowledgeable person, who doesn't have a reputation of being an asshole.
Maybe I should invite him instead.
But yes, you could. But it's
I
too
think
late.
I will invite the Tremere, I'll bring both of them in. The librarian's new, isn't she?
She was recruited at the start of the downtime, so you would have probably met her on a few occasions.
I think I'll bring both Jack and her in.
She seems to be what William is kind of pretending to be, like an actual scholar rather than a power-grabbing cunt, primarily.
Yeah, I think I'll go for both of them.
Right.
Yeah, both of them in the meeting tomorrow.
Okay.
Yay for being the one to send out invites.
Okay. Jackalor, you arrive at the princess place.
Yay, I go.
This mysterious guy with a shotgun right in your face.
Oh, he disappeared. That's strange. Well, there's other people with the path of Mercury.
Hey, not yet.
After he eats you.
Oh, I don't think he'll be getting path of Mercury from that.
It would make it harder to essentially digest you because he would have to let your knowledge in to use it.
Yeah, but they only have one, and they have like all these other paths.
Yes, but it's still thaumaturgy. He could take only one dot of thaumaturgy and take that as his primary path.
Fair enough, I guess.
But yeah. You happily arrive. The prince is behind the desk, I assume, polishing the sword.
Greetings.
William, what brings you here?
Well, I was thinking about a mutually beneficial arrangement.
Go on.
I would like you to invest in a cement factory.
Building materials could be useful for city.
There's a distinct lack of such factories in the local area, and it
Yeah.
will help in rebuilding the city after each time it gets destroyed by a next hurricane.
Out of character, do the houses around here are built using cement, or they use those hurricane-proof wooden houses?
I have honestly no idea, but generally, the way I understand it, all the important parts of New Orleans are essentially historic buildings that keep getting restored rather than.
Yeah, I think that Terrador would like having cheaper cement around.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. Something like a lumber mill for them rare tropical woods that would look really fancy on houses would please them more. Most likely. If you're trying to suck up the Toreador specifically.
No. It's just good consequences of a possible good investment.
I mean, there's gonna be a market for cement. Either way.
Yeah. That's an interesting idea. Oh, I went out of the game. So you want me to invest on it? You have already plans from the construction, or you are on ground zero?
Ground zero as of yet, but I am in need of investment. Do it, but I can make it happen.
They can roll intelligence politics difficulty 4 for me.
Have 6 on that.
Fail.
Should I spend a willpower point?
Up to you.
You're gonna spend money. You
Yeah.
feel like
It's only a cement factory.
What's your specialty?
It's Kindred Camarilla.
That would fit just fine. Did you spend willpower on this as well?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, there's this nasty rumor going around about how William tried to trick the Ravnos into spending his money foolishly while offering nothing of real value in return. And it sounds like the same fucking thing is being offered to you now. You get to
So,
build a factory and you get to share the profits. He's very generous, Jackalor.
um, so, what would be your investment and my investment? Should I do the major part but get the majority of the profit?
You get the majority of the profits, yes.
So 90 for me, 10 for you?
I was thinking more 75-25.
I will be. It seems that I will be the one doing the majority of the financial investments.
Yes, and that's why you're getting the majority of the income.
Common sense would dictate that you squeeze him to make him tell you exactly what he would actually contribute.
So I suppose that your contribution would be getting the required personnel.
Yes.
85%.
75%.
That's now not how negotiations go, Regent.
I can't go below that. It would be.
You know what?
It's
Epic. Do you think this is, given his how confident he's acting and the crapitude of the deal, that this would be offensive to the prince and require self-control roll?
It, especially if he has any idea on exactly how bad an idea this actually is. It would probably actually be straight up offensive to a businessman.
Yeah, that's the thing. Your
Yeah.
valued partner already told William to go fuck himself when a similar offer was made to him. The Ravnos. And he has been a good partner, right?
Yep.
So, here's the thing. He's clearly competent, and he immediately told William to go fuck himself right at the very start. So, why don't you give me some self-control rolls, Bacon, at, we'll call it a 5.
Should I roll with willpower?
No. Really, don't. He still has a destiny point. It'll be fine.
I mean, I have my flaming sword on hand, so if I get the initiative, he's probably dead.
Bacon.
Yeah, you don't need willpower.
Bacon, if Jackalor
It'll be fine,
dies,
Bacon.
a decent Tremere takes over.
I'll spend on the first roll, just for not losing my face.
Okay, so that's
Yep,
2
2 then.
successes. You see the prince's face as you keep talking just become wooden. You see him grip the sword and start to half rise out of the seat.
prepare to. If he loses it, I'm preparing to teleport out.
He's preparing to use magic. Bacon, roll again.
Okay. I don't want to waste more willpower on the first session. No, that's outrageous. Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh, it's fine.
What do you tell him?
Well, Regent, it seems that you are not a good. You are not good on making deals.
We
I
can
think
go
that
with the 80%.
I think that I need to refuse your offer.
Oh well.
Would you like to
I'm
make
assuming
me
Vivi-
very, very rich? It's a good deal, honest.
Are you aware of the reunion that we are going to have tomorrow?
Yes, I was informed by Vivian.
Oh, then see you later.
Yes. See you later.
So out comes the meeting chair.
I would just give a call to my dear partner in trade and say, hey, what about cement factories?
A horrible idea.
No, he would just consult Andy before that, see if it's a viable idea.
Why is it such a horrible idea, Epic?
Because New Orleans is very high on the water table. It has a tendency to make cement really, really fucking hard to work with on the initial construction. And if any water gets into it, it has a tendency of literally breaking into little pieces very quickly. Which is why it's not generally used in New Orleans or most anywhere with a lot of water. They had to very, very carefully build Hoover Dam. That's why partly why it was so expensive.
I mean, I live
So
on
what's the
a
alternative,
small.
woman?
Okay, good to know. Random fact of the day. The Ronos unfortunately has literally no science. So he's like,
No.
It could work, I guess. We could
No.
make inquiries.
I would talk with Andy before, and probably
Andy doesn't have any science either.
no,
I
but
don't
he
have any
has
science
finance.
either, I think.
He has finance. It would be just for
I do have
investigating
science.
financial.
Why not?
And it would just be to investigate the financial area, see if it's viable, if there's demand and stuff like that.
Yeah, he would tell you that he's not sure if there is a good market for it locally.
No.
Can't exactly tell you why, but he seems to vaguely recall about that being a thing at one point.
Let's not go for it then.
Okay. Okay, so rest of the night. Let's see. At some point, I assume you're heading to Elysium, Sad, right? You might be muted.
After my ghoul does some of prepare my haven, I would probably go to Elysium. Yeah,
Right.
driving there, obviously.
Okay. Let's see. Let's just go through where everyone's gonna locate themselves coming hours, so we know who this night. Still, Demi, you were heading away from Elysium to your place, right? Study.
Yeah, I'm not sure how long that would take, but yeah, I would probably.
We're gonna say
I would be
2
just letting it.
hours. You probably know what's in your own book, vaguely. So you know where to
Okay,
look.
fair enough.
After that,
I would just go back to Elysium.
okay? Vivian,
Why would I leave Elysium?
okay?
Talking to people. I already did everything I needed to do.
Bacon,
I think that I'm done with business, so I could go to Elysium, but probably no. What hours it is?
it's like a little past midnight, probably. So there's plenty of night left.
Yeah, he would go for an hour or so until he should then go back to his tower.
Right, then one of your ghouls will have to drive you there. Okay. Probably a kilted Scotsman next to Vivian. Looking mean.
Aye, laddie.
Okay. So Demi's heading back a bit later, so Jackalor, where are you heading?
Have I taken the my neonates for spin at Elysium?
we're gonna say they have not been, that none of neonates have been released just yet. But people have seen them. You probably have taken them to meet some other vampires. Unofficially, you just haven't officially them to
I think I might want to present them to the city.
both of them. Generally, you need
Which one is
to grab Leonard, because what was her name? Sonia is his.
Yeah, well, I don't want to present mine to the museum.
Okay, then Sean. Sean can't drive.
Well, we'll just go pick him up.
Okay, and Sonia can go fuck herself.
I mean, unless Leonard wants to invite them now, it's up to him.
Leonard, what would Leonard think? Leonard thinks that every neonate should stand on their own merits in situations like this, and letting them support each other while getting presented to the city is a bad idea because it breeds. Fuck them.
Okay.
They need to have enough balls to do this on their own, as a bare minimum. Every vampire's supposed to.
Yep, I agree.
Okay, well, before Jackalor shows up, Kurt would step by and ask you how you feel about him borrowing Byron for a few weeks.
I wouldn't have a problem with it or anything, but what you need him for?
You know what, I don't mind telling you, but rather in private, it's not necessarily something
Sure.
everyone should know.
No problem.
The ghoul just falls in behind you and Kurt and just keeps going even when Kurt gives him a glare. It's like, nope, not giving a fuck. He gives the ghoul a very meaningful look once you're a ways deeper in the woods.
I look at the ghoul. Don't worry, just keep me in sight. It's no problem.
He goes about 10 paces away. Just one hand casually resting on his shoulder, fingertips just brushing the hilt of the claymore.
I think Vivi just looks at him and goes, "I'm so happy. Look how much he cares for me." Ah, well. Is that good enough? Do you need him further?
Nah, it'll be fun.
All right.
Here's the thing. I am almost certain it's not one of our people, is setting up an operation near my domain, area of interest. So I would like to punish with the prince. We both agree that Byron participating in the message to whoever decided it was a good idea to go to our city and set up shop without informing anyone.
Ah. Okay. Just a very quick question on that matter in that case. What have they done so far? I know the changelings have been getting pretty rowdy these days. Think they might be involved?
I'm not sure. I haven't met them in person, so I can't really tell. But it doesn't sound, from what I've heard, as the same kind of stuff. It almost sounds like one of us with guns.
Huh. Well, I will just remind you to be somewhat careful if it isn't a vampire, they probably don't really know the rules per se. So, but if
Uh-huh.
it is a vampire, they should be well aware, and you should probably teach them a lesson about this. So yeah, I
Even
don't have a problem telling you.
even
Oh,
if they're
I'm
not a
Byron.
vampire, they have a gang of
Army.
about 30 people at this point, and they've been trying to buy guns as
Wow. Never mind. That is actually pretty impressive.
I think Debbie
Uh,
just realized
one
who was
person?
doing it.
I also just realized the name connection.
Dude, I realized it a long time ago who it probably is, but
I
that's
wasn't
out of
paying
character.
attention.
Wow, what a
Yeah.
bad Emmy.
I mean, 30 people's not a lot, but getting guns is pretty serious. If you do me a favor and at least talk it out before making a lesson out of them, I'd be much appreciated. But it totally makes sense what you're doing. So yeah, go ahead. It's no problem.
I'll see what I can do, but can't make any promises. Probably gonna have to break
Not
at
asking
least
for
a
them.
leg or two. They're on my turf, Vivian. Kind of. If I
Yes,
don't want
I
to lose my
understand.
influence, I kind of have to.
Yep. No, I understand. Good luck. I'll make sure that Byron. How fast do you want him on this?
If it takes 2 or 3 days, it's fine. We still need to track the bitch down.
All right. I'll make sure to tell him then.
Then heads off. Stops with his hounds. Talks to all 3 of them that are here in passing. You actually see Jeanette follow him immediately. The other 2 stay here.
I mean, I kind of figured Jeanette would follow him immediately. He needs to track down people.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, he doesn't need Billy because he has dominated himself.
Yep.
Okay, so he has a... Why don't we do a Eyes of Chaos roll for Jeanette? Because he has a lot of information he has gathered through contact. She might be able to pick up some sort of hint.
That's a pretty good hint.
Oh boy. Well,
By the way, just to make sure, do I know of anybody in that area?
vampire-wise?
No, anyone in general.
Have you been trying to keep an eye on the demon?
No, not more so than, anyone else I keep in contact with, but to a degree, yeah.
Roll a luck die. Just straight luck.
Straight luck.
You
Holy
know, past year or so, about 2/3 of the time that you've glanced in on her, she has been near the river, and the brouhaha near the river, and oh. So, yeah, it could conceivably be her.
I'll need to talk to Halfdan real quick. Halfdan, come with me. We need to talk.
I'm not. I don't think I'm not even there.
He's not there yet.
Is he coming this way?
Yeah.
When you look
I
in
see
on
him. I tell him to get here. We need to talk. Or
When-
actually, no. If he's coming along the way, even better.
Epic, when you see him, he tells you that he would probably tell you anyway that he's gonna be back at Elysium in a little while, but he needs to check a few things about werewolves. His head is in a book right now.
That's fine. I'm going to take his head out of the book and slam it into a wall by telling him that your demon friend may have caught the Kurt's attention
Kurt.
by trying to get the Kurt's attention by
I think this is the time where I, suddenly fucking fling my head back and hit the fucking bookshelf behind me. Ow, what the fuck?
You have fortitude. You won't
yeah,
take
you
any
might want to
damage.
go and talk to her while you have some time, because apparently the guns have got his attention. Might need to, try and disappear a little bit. I'm not positive it's her per se, but she's hanging out around near them, and Kurt just came over and asked for Byron to make an example of somebody messing around in his territory.
Do you know anything else that could help to confirm?
No, not yet, because they're trying to track the person down. How would else? The only reason I
Demi.
have a suspicion is that she's kind of hanging around there.
Demi, let me confirm it for you and reveal the tokens on the GM layer.
I mean, I think we're all over on this map over here.
Yeah, we're on
Yeah.
the Elysium thing. King
Okay.
Princess fuck.
Then, you
boy.
may see.
Oh, Papa bless.
Somewhat, I think she has like 4 dots of military force at this point. I don't think she's gonna just vanish with her people and give all of that up.
I don't think so either, but she can try and go, somewhat under. Finding one person is generally hard. But
I mean, killing some demons would definitely help improve city morale, right?
Wait, there's demons here? Oh shit.
Stability decreases by 1.
Okay, I'll say. Okay, Vivian, just give me a minute to get my thoughts back to proper order.
look, I know where she is if you need that, but I was hoping you could call her or something like that. Whatever you need to do. Good luck.
I'll have a talk with her. Have fun.
Yay for omniscient little mount girl.
Nay, for fucking more problems.
Nay, nay!
If you nay, I'm gonna drop you in the river Styx.
Fuck off.
Have an immortal horse come after you.
So, Demi, what do? You are just getting to the good
I
bits
just
in the stories about the Glasswalkers.
Malk Lolly said I gotta go, so I gotta go. I even told her, God damn, what the fuck is she doing? Okay.
She's doing what she does best. Being a nexus of everything.
I think he meant why the fuck is the demon being a stupid cunt?
Could be that too.
Kinda, yeah, that's most of what I was going for. I'll just ping her and tell her that we need to talk and meet.
Okay, you call her name.
Yeah.
You know, she sounds a little out of breath, and she tells you that she's busy right now.
When can we meet?
You
It's a
bore
little
me.
bit important.
You bore me these days, Havdan. You're a political animal. I don't like politics. Maybe in a week.
Can we do it it's a little bit urgent. Could we please do it a little bit sooner?
There's just a pause. A very long pause. About 2 minutes pass, and then you hear back from her. Sorry about that. I was with a worshipper of mine.
Right. Should we do it tomorrow?
I have a
Talk, that
thing
is.
tomorrow.
2 days.
Let me check my calendar. Listen, I have a dude coming in that day and I have to negotiate in person because he's not gonna lower the price far enough otherwise, and I really need shipment he's bringing. Unless you can bring me a fuck ton of cash, I can meet you in like 4 days.
So, I mean, you know how I function as a, thing that I am. So you're going to be consistently busy for the, 8, 9 hours that every day?
I do need my amusements. It can't be all work.
I know you do, but I maybe need 15, 20 minutes, maybe even less.
How the mighty
It's going
have
to just,
fallen. 15 minutes, he tells me. And he expects me to come over there. Oh dear, oh dear.
I just need to talk. This isn't going to be anything more. That's why I don't want to take too much of your time for your amusement.
Okay, how about this? Come over, and she gives you an address, to there, and bring a gift, something in large caliber.
Okay.
Plenty of ammo too, by the way.
Okay. I'll see about that. See you later then. Yeah, am I the one who hangs up, or is she the one who hangs up? How does this work?
You don't know. Generally, she has more control over the connection than you. She might still be listening to you for a while if she doesn't want to hang up. Or on a few occasions, she has talked back at you after you've hung up on her, or so you thought, for several minutes.
Right. Well, I'm just going to sort of stack just bookmark the interesting books where I was. Leave them just tuck them away somewhere where I know where they are, and I'll leave. And I'm gonna go meet with Vivian face to face first.
Okay.
At least.
By the time, Demi, you make your way over there, I would say Jackalor would have had enough time to private more or less the same time with his neonate.
Oh, look, there's another neonate in Scylla also arriving. What you know? Lots of people are coming in right now.
Abraham would arrive in, we're gonna say, another 20 minutes or so. And, Bacon. What do you... You were heading over pretty soon after Jackalor as well.
Yes.
So you'd arrive a little after William and Huff. Or Sad, I think. We're gonna go with that order. So yeah. Jeanette and what's his face are happily gone, but Halfdan, William, and one of the new bloods are coming on over. Keep in mind, Jackalor, for this to be official, she does have to be presented to the prince as well. Officially.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I was planning on doing that for like taking her to the princess place afterwards.
Right. Okay, then over go Elysium such as it is. Oh my fucking god. Okay. Not so much this, but the Diplomacy would be talking very happily and with a great deal of passion with the Ratu who made all those horrible traps for the werewolves.
What could possibly go wrong with those two being friends?
Ah, true love.
Not the worst thing.
Don't they make a happy couple, guys? Come on.
And
To the gulag.
there's no way it... Yeah, I'm gonna make a conscience roll for him because the things he had planned and done for those werewolves would have necessitated a roll, I think. That was not built to kill outright, it was meant to bleed them dry by 1,000 cuts, more likely. Because they...
I don't know which one is worse.
Oh no, with Silver,
feels bad
dying
about it.
slowly is worse. A lot worse.
Yeah.
But he feels kind of bad about it, so he's still at 5 humanity.
With the power of rationalization, everything's possible.
Well, if you
That's what you
rationalize
don't
that
do.
it's okay, that's when you lose humanity.
Yeah.
It's if you manage to feel bad that you're okay. Yeah. People coming in.
You
Although
said I
by
would
that
have
term,
arrived.
how low should our local gangrel be? He rationalized a lot. Now that I think about it.
Well, he
I'm
did
just
go
joking.
down by 2 once he noticed that he was actually doing a horrible thing. It's the
That's a
fact
good
that it,
point.
I mean,
yeah, didn't. It's when you realize that you've done something horrible, or when you can, that you roll.
Yep.
I think I boshed on that and didn't
You
give
did.
a fuck. It was totally alright.
You did.
Anyways, you said I would arrive before William and etc.
You would arrive at the same time as William, but you would arrive before Bacon and Stad.
Okay, right. Since I don't really give that many fucks for the region, he came over. Congratulations, he left the chantry. I'm gonna go to Vivian and sort of, just say, walk with me if possible.
Maxim moves to greet William, though, and the new blood. Not Regent.
Go ahead. Walk with Halfdan.
Maxim?
I really wanted to go over to the new blood. I'll be making this very obvious to Halfdan. What are you doing? Mustard. Just gonna introduce myself.
Fine, go say hello. You got... Just go. Just be quick.
She gives you a bright smile. Off to introduce herself. Hello.
Yeah. This is Vivian.
Pleased to meet you.
She just... Let's see if she met or seen Vivian before. She has probably seen her from a distance. Just sort of leans down a bit and offers you her hand.
I'll take her hand and give a nice shake to it. It's a pleasure to meet you. And what was your name?
Sonia.
Nice to meet you, Sonia.
She's
So, this
feeling
is
really
Elysium.
awkward right now.
This is Elysium around here. This is Maxim. He's the keeper. This is William. He's your regent.
Actually, yeah, Sonia would be the driver. The actual new blood is... So yeah, there would be 2 newbies with him.
That's fine. I'll be asking his name in a moment after giving introductions here.
Okay. He just...
That's Gretchen. That's X, Y, Z. I just go
Nodding.
on and tell them, who's here, there, over there.
Nodding, 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 making intelligence alertness roll for remembering. Okay, good, good.
All right. And what is your name?
You want to
It's
introduce me again?
Sean. The other one's Leonard's.
Okay.
She's the one that can
Yeah.
actually drive.
Sean. Nice to meet you, Sean. So, where did you guys come from?
Half panic look at Will. Wait, you didn't tell anyone you made us? Like, what the fuck?
I'm going to telepathically communicate with him.
You need to roll for that. Iron will and high willpower.
Yep. Yep, that's yes. Yeah, that's a little willpower he has.
So that's 9 plus 3 to actually affect his mind in any way. Jackalor, good luck.
Nope.
That's
It was a botch.
is
I don't think actually. Why would Iron Will affect this? Not that it really
because
matters.
it is. I'm gonna look at the. It wouldn't affect reading it, but you're trying to project thoughts into his. Or any other mind altering magic spell or thaumaturgy path.
So I guess then.
So,
yeah, any other mind
this
altering
is
magic
mind
spell or
altering.
thaumaturgy. Yes, it would apply to this.
Oh well. He's on his own.
You know, you see Jackalor or William focus in on Shaw, and then he looks past him. And there's Walda just telling a joke to Pamela, and it's the most perfectly carried out joke you've ever heard. It's like a piece of art, and oh my, it's fascinating. And that is why it's dangerous to watch on Auspex. Because for the next 3 minutes, while Walda is telling her story, William is gonna be enraptured by it.
That's a good
He's
Why
joke.
did it- Why did the chicken cross the road? It was standard procedure. Fucking enamored right there.
So, Sean, and you, Sonia, where are you guys from?
Sonia tells you that she's from around here, and Sean is apparently from all over.
The Wanderer.
Something like that. My work took me traveling a lot.
Ah, that's interesting. So, you guys are newly minted in the Tremere, I'm presuming, with William bringing you here.
I've been around for a couple of years now, but I guess.
I don't think they've come to Elysium before, have they?
Probably not on a busy night like this, no. You might have seen them once or twice in, from a distance kind of thing, but yeah, they're one of the newest vampires in the city, like from the new batch or embraces bacon approved.
Yep. That's pretty new, especially with the Tremere. They have a tendency of really going the extra mile on, getting above the fledgling part. Well, I hope you enjoy it while you're here in Elysium. This is where we generally, get together, talk. Currently, I think I've introduced you to anyone important. Did you have any particular questions or anything like that?
They both kind of look at William. Sean just,
He is ignoring them.
what? Is this part of how this goes?
Which part are you talking about in particular? Currently, as far as I know, you're being more or less introduced to vampire society at large. I've seen you guys hovering around before, but not usually when it's near this busy.
Maxim's probably joined this party. They're all having a laugh about something.
I will not go over there. My humanity will take a dump. So, yes, this is pretty normal. Took you guys a little while, but that's expected from the Tremere. Oh, jeez.
That's
So, was there anything else you needed to know, or did you just wish to socialize with people?
I he said he would explain when we got here.
Oh,
think
don't
I
worry
would have
about him.
explained-
He appears a little distracted.
I guess we're supposed to meet people or something.
Yeah, that does sound like a possibility. Here, let me go and introduce you to the various people around here.
Okay, Jackalor, when you come to, the joke is over, it was amazing, and your two fledglings are nowhere to be seen. You've lost them.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
It's got mission failure!
Mission failed. We'll get him next one.
Jackalor,
Didn't perception
did you
was-
master the F9 ritual for quick load?
Safe scum, safe scum.
You need them pores for that, sorry.
Assumed as much.
That couldn't have gone better if I'd ever even planned it. It
Do I
just
need to roll
made sense with how
perception
that
alertness?
went.
You can try and roll perception alertness. Right?
Oh, Specs is active.
Dude,
Your lost
a
sheep.
fucking lolly just stole your girls, man. What the fuck?
But yeah, with all specs, what's the difficulty?
4. Okay. Good. Give me a wit self-controlled roll at difficulty 4, because Valde is telling another joke now. And you have a taste for them now.
Is William showing emotions towards a fucking joke?
It's one of the ways Auspice can
Apparently.
fuck you.
It's
So how would you... Valde's throwing glance in your direction. She's noticed that you've been watching. What do? You see your lost sheep further up ahead.
I ignore Volda for now, but I give her a thumbs up.
Okay, good. You do not trigger her bad personality. Good. Well done. Demi, Vivian seems to have fucked off and now William is following them. You're just standing there awkwardly. You're having one of those awkward moments with the Assamite neonate where you're both like, "Shh, we go and talk to each other. I don't know what to do at parties."
I just look like like, you know, a bit like, what the fuck, and god damn it, and just shrugging like, just wait, no, I just continue waiting for Vivian to fucking
This
finish.
is how Vivian responds to, cries for help.
Okay.
By the way, as she's going presenting, you know, the people, is she doing it fast, or like does it seem like it's gonna finish fast, or is it gonna take a while?
Oh, it's gonna take a while.
She'll give him a decent rundown.
Yeah, no, it's time to take actions in my own hand. I leave the Elysium. And my
Good one.
suspicions and her suspicions have aligned. So Vivian did told me that she seems to have been like getting guns and whatnot, right?
Yes, I told you that.
Okay.
That's why I
So-
was worried about it.
So she wants me to bring guns. She seems to be awfully busy nowadays, and not just amusement rights. Yes, suspicions are going. I'm going to the address, but for normal clarity's sake, I'm not bringing her a gun. I'm not. On the purpose of you're building an army, I'm not giving you a fucking gun. I've come to talk to not do this. Giving her a gun would be the anti-thing, at least in my fucking mind. So yeah, let's just go to the address.
Okay. Okay, as you're moving through the woods, you see through the trees the princess car pull up and Ellen get out.
I just greet the prince and leave.
He nods back.
So very friendly. Standard procedure.
He's doing something wrong. I can smell it.
I mean, he's from a
Not
fucking
being
low
subtle about
clan and he has 4 status. Of course he's doing something wrong, Macon.
Yep.
Okay. So you head on in, you out. Bacon. What do once you yeah, you hear laughter from up ahead as you head into Elysium. Probably the first people you run into are the Kirs and the Malkavian Primogen.
I just go to greet them.
Stops mid-joke. Bows slightly. Good evening, Your Highness. You're looking for women, she's deeper in with, and so's William.
Thank you. I also kiss it and go talk to Vivian.
Yeah, she's in a clump of people. 2 of your, at this point, oldest clanmates are there talking with the neonates. They seem to be following along with Vivian, actually, and helping show the new guys around, eager to establish a good first impression.
I would just go there, see what's going on.
Well, if it isn't the prince himself.
Okay, that's a tick on the self-control just for those words with that tone.
Wow! That was so.
I agree.
Jack, your asshole was showing through. Your asshole was definitely showing through, man.
I wasn't
Jack-
trying.
I mean, how? In what way? Well, if it isn't the prince, is that not like a bitch? You'll soon learn who the real prince is.
Do you get to the Cloud District very often? What am I saying? Of course you do.
Again, as I've always explained, Jack sounds like an asshole most of the time. It's just kind of his default.
Dracula, roll charisma expression to make it come across as a friendly joke. Difficulty 7, And that's me being generous due to the vast gap in status.
I'm spending willpower. Uh, my expression. Hey, it's actually one of my decent-ish rolls.
Yep.
Oh, holy shit! I don't have
Good
special
job.
skills.
There's actually a
You managed to make
friendly
it.
laughter from the small crowd. You managed to not get fucked, Jackalor.
Yay!
Good job. Your terminology needs work still, but I don't think we're ever gonna get the tone out. But you know,
Bacon, you would probably recognize these two. You would have been shown them like a month in, probably. Like, yeah, we turned these are the actual ones. Kind of as a precaution of them just going through neonates and killing them until they found someone they like. But yeah, you would know that
Okay.
these are the two new Tremere.
I would just say compliment the people who are there and ask, Vivian, could I have a quick word with you?
of course. It appears that I need to go with the prince for a moment, but there are still plenty of people to meet. Enjoy your stay in Elysium.
Gretchen just immediately steps in. Don't worry, I'll take good care of you. I'll show you to everyone.
Gretchen, I want to give you a high five so hard.
So, Vivian, I couldn't get all the information through the phone. What is exactly the situation? Just for making me prepared for tomorrow.
No problem. Here, let's go off into the forest just a little bit. It's not necessarily like super private, but you know, things. All right. So one of the a werewolf called a glasswalker. A glasswalker came over here. What was her name again? I don't remember. Vivian remembers. I don't remember. Vita? Yeah.
Vita
Vita Wilson.
Yeah.
Vita Wilson. Apparently the werewolves nearby have presumably called for help because these ones are coming in, and it sounds like there's a decent group of them at the very least. They currently have Derek? That was his name, right?
Yeah, Derek.
Fuck me, why can't I remember? They have Derek currently. He's alive. I already checked on him, but he is pretty seriously harmed. He was eating on, animals when I was checked.
Oh no, that wasn't animal slashes. That was werewolf slashes. Someone lost control when
No,
she first
no.
came there.
I said he was eating animals. The slashes are pretty obviously not, healing. So.
Just wait a quick second. I'll be right back.
I think Bacon's just screaming into a fist about what's happened to Derek. Okay. Demi,
Yeah.
you are able to get a couple of bottles of wine in the meantime that claim to be from France. French do wines, right?
Right.
Bacon, you may continue.
Yeah. Was he captured? Or
Yes, they're currently holding him hostage. They'll release him more. They're willing to release him without, too much of a fuss, but they do want to open up negotiations.
Oh, not a good situation. But I think we shall resolve this tomorrow.
All right. Well, I suppose I'll go talk to Halvdan. He wanted to talk about something or other, I suppose. So yeah.
At this point, you would be pulling up a stat and, well, at the spot where they usually leave the cars. Further on, it's foot traffic only.
Sure, I get out.
Welcome to Elysium, where
Oh, boy.
Gangrels decided Elysium.
It's dark as fuck.
Truly,
You just see a pair of faint red lights somewhere in the trees, a ways off. We focused on. Then you lose sight of them as whoever it is probably looks in different direction. Feel free to go on in.
Good times. Sure, I continue.
Alrighty.
Basically, I'm gonna present myself to everybody. Yeah, that's my goal, basically.
The first people you would run into would be Jyhad and the Malkavian Primogen. Again, for reference sake, the Jyhad probably has the Mask of Thousand Faces up to make her look less inhuman. So she would look like a normal vampire.
All right.
Yeah.
I just
So-
greet them, Hey, I'm a thing. I exist. Move on.
Wait. This is Walda.
Oh,
Who are
no.
you?
I'm your nightmare.
Oh, that's absolutely adorable. I wanted to meet you during the night. It's always you always visit me during the day. It's so I'm
I
always
know,
just-
right?
And I'm just trying to look up Dementation 2 for you.
Well, I got Iron Will, so bring it. Come at me, bro.
Oh, she doesn't know you have that, so she would definitely try.
I am her nightmare.
I think she has.
This is where the bad news comes in and tell you that it's a lot of dementation isn't based on willpower. +3 is still good though.
Okay. What's your perception plus self-control?
Like total dice.
Yeah.
Yes.
7.
Okay.
There's a chance.
There's a chance you might
That's good.
be okay. Let's see. What was the roll? Manipulation subterfuge. Oh yeah, you might be totally good.
Might. Keyword here. Might.
Oh, she's not spec'd to be a monster at Dementation. Luckily for you.
Wasn't a fail. Wasn't anything in particular though.
Yeah. Well, it is a
One
fail.
doesn't
It
happen.
would be 9 + 1 because it.
Not a botch, is what I
Yeah.
meant.
Yeah. We just greets you as her long lost nightmare bro and sends you in. It was difficulty 7 to send a message through the network. Are there specific rules for sending a message to a group of Malkavians instead?
Generally that's mostly a thing elders can do, more than,
You
know,
can
specific
set a
Malkavians.
meet or send out a short ping through the network with Malktime.
Yeah, generally you can. It's just that, usually to really get a whole group, it's
Yeah, you need.
elders that can do that.
We're gonna say that this is a matter of successes, and that's enough to get somewhere between a third and a half of them. So
Sure.
we're
Yeah, there's
gonna
no specific rules on that
Yeah.
part. So
So we're gonna say Jeanette, Bobby, and Vivian catch this. Because you are some of the most perceptive ones. The ping is simple. New vampire thinks he can fuck with Malkavians and get away with it. Be ready.
I was actually joking about that, but alright.
Well, yes, but she's gonna make you sad all the same because. Oh, that's right. Oh. No, this wouldn't trigger her nasty side necessarily. Because you're not laughing at her, you are making a joke at her expense, but you aren't laughing at her joke. So, yeah, it wouldn't necessarily trigger it, but we haven't set a tone of, like, we're gonna be extremely friendly, but we're gonna make sure that we're gonna prank the fuck out of anyone that we don't have any teeth.
exactly.
So yeah, we weren't just letting you know that that might be necessary.
Cool.
Or Valda's letting you know that is.
Yeah. You want to put your token down?
This is like, the clearing is much larger, but it's just kind of a representative way for us to know where people are relative to each other, who's next to who, that kind of thing.
Yep, I know. That's why I was asking if he could put his token down.
Sure. Like in front, like down here. Maybe? Yeah.
Just right, like right there. That's great.
Alright, sure.
Just to show us, who's next to who, doing what. I'm gonna go over to Halfdan before doing anything with the new guy.
I left.
When did you leave?
Oh, he wrote it out, I think, but yeah, he's gone.
Oh yeah, he did leave. No, that's great. All right, I'm gonna meet this new guy.
Hi, my name is New Guy. Nice to meet you.
Look, another
Got my
new
name
one.
tag and everything. My name
Hey,
tag and everything.
nice to meet you.
Vivian just
Name's
pushes
Vivian.
past you. The moment that
I think
conversation
my
is
cat-
gone, a bacon and just heads off. She's seen someone new.
We already ended our discussion,
Yeah.
so good.
I think
So,
my character
who
can
are
assume
you?
who she is, right? I mean, come on.
You were
How many bells
told to
are
be
there in
on.
the town?
Yeah, I think I can recognize her, child and all. Ah, Mrs. Gray. A pleasure to meet you.
Aw, that's sweet. No one's called me Gray in such a while.
It's been centuries, now you'll learn why.
No, please, no.
Actually, I need to check something really quick. Holy shit, I have a lot of dice on both of those. Okay.
Are you gonna do something that's gonna make people sad? I think, please.
I mean, not yet, because I'm generally start off nice and such, but we'll see how he interacts.
The annoyed Walda, you
So,
have
what's
to
your
support the Primogen.
I will support the Primogen, but,
Uh-huh.
other people could fuck with him if that ends up being the case. So, what's your name?
It's Abraham. Abraham Wolf.
Abraham Wolf. Let's see. What do I know about an Abraham Wolf?
You can
Presumably-
make an intelligence politics at 9. Because, again, same as for Bacon. Mildly obscure, but known enough that you might know something.
Would I have a pretty decent chance of knowing? I have contacts at various places nearby in eidetic memory.
That would probably be a separate thing. For you, it would be easy to find out if you were to inquire.
Ah, okay. So later then. We'll see what I know later. At the moment, I'll just go ahead and roll right now.
Never
Nope,
heard
not
of him.
anything off the top of my head. Not
There's a
particularly
reason why.
famous.
Sure. Well, I have like status too, but alright.
Not particularly
Uh,
famous.
Yeah, well,
Well, it's a pleasure
thanks
to
for.
meet you.
Who was that person over there? And I point to
Which one?
the Malkavian Primogen, who I don't know is Malkavian Primogen, probably.
Which one? Because the one you pointed at was with the ping was not the
The
Malkavian.
other one. Yeah, not the.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
My bad.
Valda. She's our Primogen.
Oh, Primogen. Ooh.
Wonderful first impression.
Yep. I might have told her something that I intended as a joke, but she might not.
Oh, don't
So-
worry, we love jokes.
You'll soon learn just how much. Have
Just
you
for
met
the
our
record.
flesh crafter? Oh God!
I just,
Oh my God!
don't
you
want to be in the
have-
wrong foot or anything.
You have two flesh crafters, don't you? That's the thing.
I know we do. We have a lot of things, in fact. Point of the matter. Good luck forming an existence here with the Malkavians playing pranks on your very identity.
It's fine. They might not.
What do you mean ordered 500 pizzas across the city? The fuck is this?
Listen, dude. I just need to be paid. You order these, you're gonna pay for these.
What do you mean I'm dead? I'm not dead. Well, it says here on your official paper.
The judge
Oh, this is
announced you
fucking
dead just about 2 nights ago. Yes, I have the death certificate right here. Wait.
500 pizzas and they're all vegan. God damn it.
Well, so you're new to the city. I am very sure of that.
Really, what gave it away?
Most
So,
people
do you
know
wish to
not
have an
fuck.
introduction? Have you already met the prince?
Yes, I have.
Good job. All right. Did you need any help finding a place for a haven? Doing anything else like that?
I have that covered, thank you.
Okay.
Is there anything I should know around here?
Well, what would you view as important to know?
Any recent activities I should be aware of, or future plans, or anything like that?
There's some werewolves nearby. Primogen Council tomorrow. You're not invited.
Rude.
I mean, if it's the Shadow Council, I can see that. But if it's the official council, surely, I mean, I, as a new resident, come on. I can observe, right?
I'm not sure you understand what a Primogen Council meeting is like.
Yeah.
Especially ours.
You don't want to be there if you don't have fortitude anyway. It's probably best if you're not.
Well, I'm just saying theoretically. I mean, practically, yeah. I mean, that's another question. But,
Theoretically, you're not really supposed to be there without, an invitation either.
Yeah.
It's kind of the thing where, the Primogen get together and talk to each other.
Even the prince doesn't necessarily automatically have an invite. It varies from city to city.
Yep.
Now, there might be a few
Where's-
cities where it is that democratic, where anyone can show up and observe the proceedings, but there's still going to be behind closed doors meetings where the real business is handled to some extent. There's no way it's going to be that open.
Yep, totally.
I just wanna know
There's
if it's like
changelings in
that.
the city. I mean, what else do you want to know?
Uh, what do you think is important? I guess. I don't know.
We got this place from a war with the Sabbat.
All right. Good to know.
Some of us were there for it itself. A lot of us, in fact.
Yeah, 3.5 years isn't really long enough for enough people to drift away for the city to go from, oh yeah, they're battle-hardened assholes to, soft camp city. This is still a pretty tough place.
So,
Duly
what clan are
noted.
you a part of?
Ventru.
Oh, I see. Ventru. Let's see. How does that rate on my lying odometer?
Make a contested roll, guys. Manipulation subterfuge
boy.
versus charisma empathy.
I totally got this, guys. Look, watch out.
Chris, you mean perception empathy, not charisma empathy, right?
Perception empathy, yes.
It's all right.
I'm using manipulation or
Subterfuge.
Manipulation subterfuge, yes.
it's like what? Okay.
Shit. Well, a few words, but
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, I thought as much, but yeah.
Beat Vivi. She's really stupid good at this.
Sad, roll me a luck die to see if the Kia seed managed to catch the bit about you being Ventru. Wait, no, that's the wrong difficulty. Shit. Confuse me. Okay, roll a luck die. You need to be above a 3. Okay. You're perfectly safe.
Sure.
Yep, totally. Well, in theory, you are. It's not like Vivian cares if you aren't Ventru.
Hmm. The Kia seed hasn't
She-
turned traitor yet either, so you're probably fine.
I have a feeling I'm gonna be dead real soon, but whatever.
You shouldn't be. I'm not sure you were told this, but we have quite literally just an open place for independence. The biggest thing this reveals is that the prince is probably trying to boost Ventru numbers without Ventru, which is actually more of his issue than ours.
I think that the Ventru Primogen might have a problem with this as well if she learned about it. Especially
As I said, more his issue than ours.
Especially as that one Ventru who happens to have a allergy to mirrors and happens to wield Obtenoperation and became the hero of Houston. Yeah, it's
So you might have an issue with the Ventru more than anybody else, funnily enough.
Yep.
But I'm presuming that was enough that, oh yeah, he's definitely lying, he's different clan, shit like that, well, yada yada.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's enough to read that. Essentially, you would get the feeling that he feels like he's been semi-adopted into Ventru clan in political terms without actually being of their blood.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's the impression.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. So, is there
pleasure's
anything that you need done in the city or anything like that?
Just getting a feel of it, getting to know who's who. Yeah, usual stuff for somebody new.
So, who introduced you into the city?
What was his name?
Mitchell.
Mit- what does my common sense tell me? know.
What does your common sense tell you? That the
About the
fellow was
situation.
Sombra, if you somehow were to blow his cover, and you can probably feel that this is becoming suspicious, probably gonna be the first one to rip you open.
Okay.
He probably doesn't like you that much. Not enough to risk his own hide on, your behalf. Or let you risk his hide.
Sure. That's acceptable.
Welcome to why secret
that-
clubs are generally hostile to, their own members.
Yeah, you don't say. In that case, I'll probably say like, do I know any other venture? Any venture at all?
Give me an intelligence politics roll at 8 for any name that might spring to your mind. You might be able to pull up kind of a name.
Well, low skits. Oh damn.
Okay, you
Sorry.
would
Holy
know
shit.
that there is an Andy Townsend here who is the British child and will probably keep the prince's secret, and he's acting and has been acting seneschal for a while. And there is also a Gretchen Jenkins, Yes, Gretchen Jenkins, who's acting as the eventual Primogen and has apparently been doing good things for the masquerade. Those are the two that you would have heard about.
Yes, I was presented by the seneschal actually, Andy Townsend. Yes, quite a fellow.
Good choice.
It's like I know.
Well then, I suppose that the only thing left is for, various introductions. You came on a good night. There's actually some other neonates and such currently doing their own little tour around the place. I suppose that I'll come and introduce you to Gretchen and such, and you can join them.
You sadistic piece of shit, Epic. I love you so much right now. Thank you. Thank you for this.
So come on.
I
Time
I
to go meet your
appreciate the offer.
Primogen. No, you
appreciate
need to
the
meet your Primogen.
I wouldn't want to waste too much of your time.
You're not
you
wasting
have
my
me at a
time at
disadvantage.
all. This is what I do. I'm a harpy.
I know. I know, but
You feel that
Come on.
someone just standing very close behind you at this point.
God damn it. Fucking.
I love
hear
it when my
back-
plans come together so well.
They told me I should worry about the Sabbat, but they forgot about the Malkavian.
Mitchell warned you not to annoy her. He specifically warned you about her.
I didn't annoy her. I'm being nice to her. I didn't know she was fucking the other bitch. Whatever. Whatever. Oh shit. I'm
Well,
assuming.
come on. You need to get introduced to the city, especially because it's your first day. People need to know not to kill you on sight.
What does my common sense tell me? Please help
It
me.
tells you that you are trapped, and it's either eat a shotgun shell or try and power through. It's your only chance.
Please help me. All right. I guess I continue.
I'm sorry to do this, but you decided to screw over the Malkavians without a good way to just passively screw you over. This would probably be how she'd go about it.
I was trying to be nice in a weird way because Malkavians, right? I'm not making an argument at all. Okay.
Hey, it's not like you can tell anything's wrong going. I'm doing exactly what would be expected.
Yeah, it kind of is a problem when being secret and tribute.
Fine, I accept my fate. Let's go.
All right, come along with me.
Okay,
I'll just bring him right along next
I-
to Gretchen over
I
here.
can't
Okay.
take you seriously, but as a child, whatever.
Jackalor, how are you participating in the very happy conversations that are happening over yonder?
I'm trying to be active.
Okay.
I love how he termed that, by the way. I'm trying to be active.
What?
I'm gonna say that a couple of the Bruhak have shown up this point. There's like... actually... Jackalor, which side would you help if barbs started flying?
Which side of what?
There's a couple of Bruja neonates there, and the Ventru Primogen has all the attention.
I would help the Ventru.
Okay, in that case, the Bruja pretty quickly will try and laugh it off as a joke. Like, we didn't really is. It's fine, we're all friends. Here, I'll kill you later. You know that kind of a, no, I didn't really mean it.
Yeah.
Okay then. So, meanwhile, did you want to talk to anyone specific while Vivian was introducing herself to the new guy, Bacon? You might be muted.
I was muted. Good. Just general talking with people around. I would, my eyes would linger for a little while on the Scotsman, just having flashbacks from the 1300s.
You
Will-
know,
I'm imagining
he's
William.
Bacon, he's a true Scotsman. You managed to catch a glimpse when a breeze blows. He is not wearing anything other than kilt, and it looks like a real claymore.
Storyteller, I'm sorry, but there's no true Scotsman. Get it?
Yeah, we got
I'll
it.
see myself out.
I think he
I would,
rolls initiative at this point.
Holy shit. You break
I
the monster
did
epic.
ask for a combat-oriented ghoul, and I got 70 XP on him. Yeah. Looks decent.
Just hear the slow hiss of a claymore being drawn in anger. Time to die, laddie!
I would like you with my haggis.
Alright. Well, time to introduce you to Gretchen.
Yeah, you see Bacon, your new La Sombra pet, being herded to meet Gretchen. The Kia Seed and the Malkavian Primogen are following a bit further behind. Gold in particular has a vindictive smile on her face.
It's just a prank, bro.
That would be somewhat amusing, and isn't how usually the La Sombra deal with their clanmates, social Darwinism?
Yes.
Let's see if he's worthy of staying on my city.
You know, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I also would approach the Scotsman and say, nice word.
He just responds, yours isn't bad either, laddie.
Is it going to end every sentence with laddie? I have to know.
Yes.
Presumably. Unless it's Lassie.
Oh, yeah. True.
Okay, so you
All right.
heard it over there, and you just hear a rustle of the leaves as the other La Sombra just leans against the tree next to you and just watches with you what's gonna happen. He's curious as well.
I'm making a fucking spectacle out of you. It's glorious.
I expected nothing less.
William,
All
there's
right.
a largest group approaching from behind. In fact, pretty much everyone
around.
regathering at this point because they can see that there's about to be entertainment.
I heard my wordlings aside a bit.
They're just like, oh, what? Oh, okay.
There's about to be some entertainment to be served.
You hear that clearly sad as you're rushing forward.
I'm being fed to the lions. Help!
Hey, Gretchen.
Vivian, and who is your new friend?
Oh, well, I would like you to meet Abraham. He happens to be a new venture in this city.
Oh,
Already been accepted by the prince and everything. I was just showing him around while, you know, the neonates are already being introduced. I figured
new
you could join
venture.
with them.
A new venture. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge.
Do you give the game away to Gretchen in any way?
What? Why would I give the game away?
Oh, you're just
It's
gonna
half the
watch and
fun.
see the fireworks, right?
Don't you see me lighting this? I've already just made him in a very awkward position where she's already revealed that she didn't know who this vampire was. He's apparently part of her clan as Primogen and hasn't been informed of it. And apparently Andy is the one who introduced him.
Oh. He's from out of town.
Apparently.
Well, come forward, let me see you. Oh, it's always pleasant to meet another of my clan.
I think there's a misunderstanding here.
Oh?
What misunderstanding?
The gaps in the crowd seem to be vanishing as people lean in closer to drink in what is happening here.
Fuck it.
Roll initiative, everyone. I'm gonna kill you all.
It would be unexpected. Definitely unexpected.
So, what is my common sense telling me?
Your common sense is saying, well, that shotgun looks pretty good. I wonder
Your common
how well
sense
my
is
brain
telling
would
you that maybe you shouldn't have passed on those etiquette lessons.
I tell my common sense a bit late, no?
Sorry, brah.
I may
Sorry,
or
bro.
may not have just maneuvered you into one of the worst positions you could want. Who knows?
So, what the fuck is happening right now? Even I don't know what the hell's going on.
You
What's
have
happening?
essentially been put in a position where it looks like you are either mining your Primogen's authority or being used to undermine your Primogen's authority, which puts you on her shit list.
Very
I'm
bad.
also semi-insulting you by putting you in a group of fledglings. So,
Is this public humiliation time?
it may be.
This is at least one
Probably
tick
is.
towards that. At least one.
It's pretty subtle, but I am totally insulting you.
We're gonna call it a one. Let's be generous. I don't want him to die just yet. Well, you tell us a little about yourself. Let's start with your name. Who are you? Where are you from?
I can take all you fuckers out. Dude. I have a solution. I pull out my gun and kill myself.
Sorry, that's only torpor. It wasn't ag damage.
Damn it! Why? Why have you cursed me, Kane? Okay.
Yeah, you're
Uh,
lessened. Just introduce yourself. It's not that hard.
Wait, no. The difficulty. I'm just making secret rolls. Okay.
Welcome to why some people don't bother with being a Lasombra anti-tribute. And even fewer insult the Malkavian Primogen upon coming into Elysium.
To be fair, he didn't know. He
Oh
doesn't
no,
know.
that's completely fair. He didn't know, but that doesn't stop it from being the action.
For the record, I didn't intentionally try to assault, but just I guess that doesn't matter.
Back to the scene at hand.
Yep.
The fucking of Abraham Wolf.
So,
Has a
what's your name?
good ring to it. It's a good ring to it. Abraham Wolf.
Oh. And how long have you been a vampire, Abraham?
It's been like, a couple of decades or so. You keep lost of track of time, It's,
Holy
guess
shit!
the-
This is. Oh my god.
Uh-huh. That's most interesting. Well, then clearly your sire has had enough time to train you properly. Why don't you tell me about the tradition of respect and how it applies to arriving in a new city and meeting your clanmates?
Is there a misunderstanding here that I don't?
You can roll intelligence politics at 8, since this is probably not your first time pretending to be Ventru. You probably have at least heard something about this clan-specific tradition.
That's right, this isn't a
then
vampire tradition. This is a Ventru tradition.
Is this what difficulty is this? Like 6 or
8.
Eight.
He said.
Okay.
Said 8.
I'm gonna spend a willpower for this.
Right?
Go ahead.
It's
Good
my
job.
Well,
Okay. You know that there is such a thing as the tradition of respect. It's a clan-specific rule among Ventru, and it governs how they interact among themselves and how they establish a pecking order, which is about all you would get with one success. She's quizzing you on being a Ventru.
give you a hint, you've already failed pretty hard. It can only go, well, no, it can still go further down. I'm lying. Sorry.
Bacon, it's not my fault. You know what the Malkavians are like in this city. I have to be true to the
No, no.
characters.
No, that's completely fine.
Something about pecking orders, right?
And what is your sire's name? Recite your lineage for me, if you would.
Aha, my lineage, of course. Let's. There is Sir Francis Cogningsworth, my sire. His sire is Lord Pennington Bilberry. His sire is let me There's so many. You lose track of them, you know. There's Frederick von Wallenstein. His sire was Count Draco. Son-
I think when you mentioned Dracula, about a third of the vampires here draw weapons. Because you just declared that you're a Zimitzi.
Yeah.
Draco. It's Draco, not Dracula. I'm not that retarded. Come on.
Save of the year.
And his
I
sire
hate to tell
was,
you
of
this,
course.
Everyone narrows their eyes at a minimum at Draco as well. That was another common pseudonym for him.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, I'm fucked.
Yes.
Seriously,
Too
yes.
late.
Son
Hey,
of the Dragon.
At
That's what
this
Dracula
point,
was.
I might as well get a laugh out of it. I am witty, after all. Charisma-wise.
Give me a
And his
charisma
sire-
etiquette at 9+1, please, to see if you can make it look like you're making a very stupid joke.
Obviously, this is the whole point of it. Obviously, I mean, come on.
Just
What was the roll
inform
again?
him. I think we
Charisma.
should inform him that he has a destiny point that he could
Oh, you're
choose to
assuming
spend.
I'm giving destiny points to guest players.
Oh, you're fucked. Sorry.
Tell me more. I like the part where you told me I'm fucked. That was my favorite part. Charisma, what was it?
Charisma etiquette.
Etiquette.
Or manipulation etiquette. You can use whichever is higher.
Manipulation.
Meanwhile, I'm just gonna
I'm-
write another X here because we're nearly at the frenzy check.
I'm spending willpower. Fuck. Yeah.
Spend willpower like it's candy.
9
That's
plus
how you
1
do it.
does mean that the first success doesn't count on this. It's what we use for difficulties of 10 and above. So essentially,
But
you-
it does make it more likely you will actually succeed if you get any successes. So
I'm still spending willpower.
Okay, then you can't botch this, but if you get no successes, you can still fail this.
I'm all right. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Everything.
This is
9 plus 1
fine.
was it?
This is fine.
So I put the difficulty at 9, but you had the one
Yes,
later. Or...
yes. Put it at
Okay.
9 and we'll just count this.
Guys, everything's fine. Everything is fine.
You're
let's
fucked.
say
Okay. Nope. I got a trump card. I used one of my lucky rerolls.
Alright. You have how many of those? 3?
Yeah. 3 per story, whatever the fuck that means.
We're gonna say that that an arc is essentially equivalent to a story.
that's fine.
Sure. That's fair. So yeah, I get to
Reroll.
reroll that.
Right?
Please, God. Please. Why have
God
you
has
abandoned
nothing to
me?
do with this. God has
I
nothing
know,
to
right?
do with
You did it!
Phew.
Okay, so no weapons come
That's-
out, and there's a certain amount of whispering that sort of flows through the crowd for a couple. Because, yeah, it does sound like you're challenging the Ventral Primogen. You're being kind of fairly on this side of polite of it, and she's well liked, but you know, it's just enough to keep people from really hating you and keep them in that
It's a
state
prank,
of,
bro.
you know, let's see what she does to this poor stupid sod. I see. What an illustrious Zimitzi lineage. You must be so proud.
It goes with the territory.
Holy shit!
Uh-huh. Well, as you are no doubt familiar with the traditions of our clan, it is customary to name your actual lineage. So if you don't mind, please, now that you've had your why don't you tell me? You are your people.
So what's the role for him to make actually remember his lineage?
The problem is his lineage might actually be known. Is the bigger issue.
Yeah, and the problem also is that he could roll politics to try and attach himself to an appropriate ventral lineage, but the fuckers will check is the problem.
Yep.
Hmm.
So he either goes for someone unknown, in which case his lineage is shit.
He has to attach it to someone known anyway, at some point, because the Methuselahs for ventral would be known, at the very least.
Yeah, that
Yep.
is the issue. The good news is, the further back you can pull this off, the better it is, because the less likely they'll get that far back.
Hey, Mithras, do
Not
you remember
impossible.
a child named such and such? No? Okay, we'll kill this fuck then.
Fucking Mithras, still fucking around.
Yep.
Bones is suggesting an anti-tribute ventral lineage. Common sense says that that might not be the best idea because they might assume you're a probationary sect member.
Everything's fine. It's all a dream. I
Okay.
pinched myself.
Let's see. You can give me a wits politics roll, again at 8 I would say, to try and come up with some sort of lineage that semi-makes sense.
Sure.
This might be later countered by perception investigation rolls. Well, ventral.
I mean, I guess. Yeah. Do I?
Honestly, you'd need to kind of get out of this situation, and then the prince might be willing and able to cover for you with the other ventral.
Yeah. It's, well,
So you might only need a
I'm just
night for this to hold up.
I'm just checking how much willpower. I spent like what? 1, 2. Yeah. 1, 2. Yeah. I spend another willpower because I don't fucking wanna.
Alright, that's one guaranteed success on this. Oh,
Christ. 8, right? Difficulty.
yes. Okay,
Oh, holy shit, you actually did it.
what generation are you pretending to be for the purpose of this?
Higher up means
13.
it's harder to check who you are. Lower means,
13th.
well, it's easier to check, but it also means that you're less, good.
Okay.
I'm 13th gen, obviously.
Okay, that common sense says that that makes you look like a scrub. If you want to be taken seriously, lower gen is better in the long term.
It's just more dangerous.
It's
So,
more dangerous,
suggest
but if you
10th.
want to carve out a position, then 9 and 8 give you a really good chance of it. 10 is okay.
Sure.
Above that, you're semi-screwed. In a city where the positions are already taken, at least.
Yeah, but if they underestimate me, that's a bad, right?
Holding position is a matter of perception to a large extent. Problem.
Mhm. Yeah, 10th is probably your best bet.
I guess 10. Or, yeah. 10 or 9. I mean, if that affects too much.
Okay, so at some 3 successes, so we're gonna say that you're using like a 6th gen for the real ventral you're tying your lineage to.
Mm-hmm.
And is your sire or grandsire still among us, Abraham?
Uh. I want to say I don't think so. He gone missing or some bullshit. But what does my common sense tell me?
Your common sense telling you she's trying to trap you and trying to make it easy to fact check your story.
I'm gonna say
And no
he's
lies.
gone missing. We don't know where he is. He's gone missing. So.
Do you have any siblings? What about your grandsire?
It's been a while since I contacted them.
Where do they make their residence? Perhaps I can do it for you.
It's like across the other. If we're like in Louisiana, it
Across
probably
the
would be
pond?
like. Yes, exactly.
Where exactly? France? England? I believe our prince is from England. I'm sure he can give me contact information for some of the local venture there.
Yes, I think most of them would be in England. Yes.
Well, give me some names.
I think one of them was Edward. I forgot their last names. I only know my first names. Edward.
Neville?
No. It was Nash. Yeah, Nash.
Okay.
And some other, insert some other name. Random.
I want you to give me interview at 9 to make it sound like you actually know. Well, as if you're not making this up. Really
Yeah,
awkwardly.
Mm-hmm.
You might want to spend willpower on this.
Really? Tell me more. I'm spending willpower because I don't want to die. Okay.
You wouldn't die, but I have horribly murdered your entire social status. I'll be amazed if you actually are, above fledgling after this.
It's more the
That's
alternate identity that might get totally demolished here, honestly.
Either way,
7 dice, willpower, manipulation, subterfuge. All right. Difficulty 9 or 8?
9. This is...
Okay.
She's kind of raking you over everything
God damn it.
imaginable.
All right. Well, I guess that's one success.
Okay.
better than nothing.
Okay, here's a
Better
very
than
important question. Have you used this fake lineage before?
Have I used this fake lineage before? I mean, probably not.
That's bad.
Gretchen's just tapping on her jawline. See, here's the thing,
Well,
Abraham.
what would have my common sense told me in that regard? I mean,
No one
if
here
anything.
seemed to know who you were, so... It's probably seemed like a justifiable risk. It makes you harder to actually track down. And the idea was to slow these fucks down.
True.
Don't worry, it's almost over. And you won't probably die from them. Christian's just spends a good 20 seconds just tapping on her jaw. And she says, "See, heard about you, Abraham. Not much, but good things generally. Yeah, well, and description seems to match. The only problem is the Abraham I heard about had an entirely different sire."
Coincidence?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, expected and expected, right?
Now, I appreciate a accomplished liar as much as the next vampire. We all have our moments, but it's time to come clean. Why don't you stop screwing with us and tell us exactly fuck you?
Can't I use my lineage I usually use now? Or like,
You can.
I'm just mess. It's all a prank. I'm actually that Abraham, but clearly my joke was didn't went too good. So apologies.
She looks over at Alan. Just kind of nods towards. A second, have a chat with the prince. If you don't mind, sire, a word in private.
Yes. He just goes to.
Mitchell, meanwhile, when he catches your eyes, sad, just slowly shakes his head like, yeah, I don't know you anymore.
My oh my! Who would have known? Who would have thought that Gretchen was at least was a had knowledge of your entry into this city? I would have never guessed.
Walder just casually puts an arm around you. Don't worry, we all have moments of temporary sanity.
I know.
Just looking at your
Horrible.
face really close up. Don't worry, you always have a place among us, small avian. Slowly licks your face. Sweet taste.
I just stand. I just don't even. I don't react at all. I'm just taking in the moment.
Yes, you're definitely my favorite nightmare. Pats you on the other cheek with the arm she has around you. Good talk.
Well, I suppose while they're busy, we should actually get along with some introductions here. So, over here is William. He's the regent of the Tremere Chantry. Over there is some of the new fledglings going around, getting used to things. Over here is Nosferatu, Bruja, specific names here, X, Y. Here's Maxim, there. It'll go on for a while.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in the woods. So who is he?
Last Sombra anti-tribute that approached me. Due to his presentation, I thought he was something competent, but I'm afraid that I was wrong.
We can trust Ventru to obey the clan rules. And I had hoped I would not raise this. It's a song ending to be. The harder it is for us to act as a whole to justify us increasing our clan's numbers. It is weakening the clan. I strongly recommend different arrangement.
I'm aware of that. My plan was to quickly dismiss this facade. I think that Mitchell was very successful in the city and established a good trust with others.
Mitchell has, and while it was just him, I was wrong with it. But it was doors to everyone with a bit of mission. Spiral out of control very, and we are so many, so secure in our clan's ascendance that we can afford that, in my opinion.
Consider this as a test trial. Think the current situation. Uh, the, what I will go now is just give them a independent status in the city if anyone approaches, but my requirements will go up a lot after this mess.
Holy crap, Gretchen just managed to get the prince slam the door shut on every La Sombra except the most accomplished, and even then forced them to exist here openly. Motherfucker.
Yeah, the guy
Gretchen for
was so
Prince.
bad.
Yeah, but
The guy was so bad that Alan has pity on what Gretchen will have to deal with if he continues with that.
Uh-huh. Also, your own Primogen rebelling against you would kind of shake the foundations of your rule.
Yes, also.
I mean, I hate to say it, but part of this was totally just a you know, this is kind of how the way I would go about attacking the prince's rule.
I think Gretchen
So
is slowly approaching the point of I don't give a fuck anymore. Fuck him.
is she gonna vote me for Prince Kappa?
Only
look,
if you
if I can get her
seduce her.
pissed off enough that she won't vote for her own prince, I will be in fucking gold mode.
Gretchen,
So, I just wish to apologize slightly out of character, Sad. I just used your character in a way to basically go and attack another elder.
Epic,
I didn't really
no.
think of myself as an elder until then. But
Epic, you don't need to apologize. This is exactly how I wanted this to play out. Wait. Exactly the kind of interaction I wanted. A guest character dealing with, non-storyteller run elders of all kinds, in the form of you guys and your machinations.
well, I hope I did an impressive machination there.
Gretchen just walks on back to you and says, well, ah, apparently your sire has been somewhat deficient in your education as a Ventru, but don't worry. I will make up for his failure. You're safe with us, child.
Thank you, Primogen.
I think now is the self-control roll, actually.
Yep. Watch him botch it.
This is
I
public
hope
not.
humiliation, so
This would be
eights.
the point where he could get torpid, so.
Do you have willpower left?
He has some, yes. Self-control
I
at eights.
fucking. I roll well. I mean, I spend willpower. God damn it. 8. Okay. All right.
Well,
Good
that
thing
was a
he's
good
got
spending of
the
your willpower.
Okay, that's one success. You need a total of 5 to completely overcome
I think
it.
Vivian might notice that this might be on the verge of a thing. She starts, circumspecting around the group.
Also, where the fuck did Vivian's character go?
I'm right here.
Oh. You're apparently gone away from the screen from me.
Mhm.
I don't
How
know
many
why.
times I can spend willpower? Every fucking.
This is happening
roll.
over
Once
time as you're continuing to struggle with it, so you can spend it on as many as you need to, as our self-control rolls go, because it's at most once per turn they happen.
I
Yep,
spend.
it's just once per roll,
willpower.
so
Okay. I spend the willpower again. Sigh.
goodbye willpower points.
So that's 3 successes, and I roll one more, right?
Need one more. You could, in theory, get away with
What?
4 rounds to somewhere else if you want to risk
Yeah.
that.
You could try and get away. You currently have 4 successes, so you need one more.
If you spend willpower, you
You
get
can-
automatically it.
Or you, like, if you don't spend willpower now, you're gonna feel that you're about to lose it, so you can just run for it. You probably have enough to make it a ways away.
Sure. I run for it. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Make the final roll before you go, because it
Yeah.
will determine whether you can stay in control or not. And you'll be able to tell whether you're gonna succeed or gonna lose it. We're
Yep.
generous
So
that
might as
way.
well roll it last.
Hey,
You're good.
you made it.
Good times, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't fucking flip my shit.
Nope.
Nope, you don't flip your shit. You controlled yourself.
All right, I'm going back to my haven because I'm fucking done.
And with that, we can split the video and take our slightly delayed midway break.